Hey guys, welcome back to J and H in Common Wasteland. That's Jay, this is H. I'm just here. I'm just another person, random guy.
J squared.
Yeah.
Johnny 2x4.
Really. This is episode 20.
What happened to también?
Nah, it's like,
it didn't catch on.
We gotta change it.
Well, it's pretty good. It's just, I don't know. But I'm just not, about it. So it's episode 20 and we're doing a little follow-up to Deadly Class. Roll that beautiful intro music. So it's issue 23. This is a little follow-up to episode 10A. And it opens up with this in Japan, 1988. This mob boss goes into a convenience store filled with people. And
shakes the dude down.
Yeah,
he tries to.
He tries to shake him down, but he doesn't have the money. So turned out it's karaoke.
Yeah.
And it turns out it's really just Saya's brother.
Scumbag.
Yeah, and basically he just like, all right, you don't have the money, so he puts the sword out. He's like, oh, so you want me to stab you? To the old man? Like,
that was fucked, man.
You know what you gotta do.
Yeah, but like the old man refused, so he just like stabbed him anyway.
Yeah.
Then Kenji just picks one person, like you, like just to spread the word. Like he's like, all right.
Like, there's a new sheriff in town. You
Yeah,
know?
everyone else got locked in, burned alive.
Yeah.
Kind of fucked up for our opening. So then it cuts to Saya with Master Lin. They're going at it.
He is working her. Like,
And just straight whooping her ass.
Yeah.
Just because like, oh, you're distracted,
Right.
you know, you let ethics get in the way, you know.
So you gotta use when people underestimate you as a weapon.
As a weapon.
Yeah. So like straight whooping her ass, like, oh, what was the problem? What happened to you in like the final? He's like, oh, I got too close to the other students. And he's like, yeah, like, you know, the higher you go up in ranks, the more people like, you know, people are gonna go after you. And you might even have to hurt the ones that you love.
Yeah.
Which
she did. Poor Marcus. Rest in peace.
Pieces.
I really get the feeling he's gonna pop up. Like he's like,
Dude, I'm waiting for him to come back.
I'm pretty sure. I'm like, I read like an interview with Wes Craig, and like, yeah, he was like, oh, he's a 15-year-old who got stabbed, like right in the chest.
I mean, it would.
This
be
is
cool.
no Black Science.
No, I was gonna say, it would be cool if this was a thing of, like I said, a whole, like we're gonna see one class of students. You know, a year from now, it might be a totally different cast. You know, I mean, we just don't know. I mean, it would be really cool if that kind of thing. But I mean, Marcus grew on me by the time Die For Me finished. I'm like, yo, he's like to me, he's like the Jon Snow. It's like, come on, man. It's like,
seriously, like they made us get all involved in shit.
Right. All right.
And then he's like, oh, so Master Lin's like, oh, you might even have to hurt the ones you love. And they're like, oh, your next assignment. Here, your new pledge. Turns out it's Zenzel.
Yeah.
And she's in class with like Quan and Helmet. And
Quan is trying to hit on the Mr. Luca.
And like, I mean, seriously, the best new character in the book. Like, you know,
definitely is Quan. Yeah.
Like, you know, he's brash, he's funny. And like, someone makes a reference like, oh, like, you know, you watched that Van Halen video, Too Hot for Teacher, for too many times, you know. But yeah, that was like a good like comedy scene. And then that's how Saya comes in and like, oh, are you Zenzel? Right. Like, you know,
you're my new pledge.
Yeah, you're my new pledge. I'm gonna show you the ropes, answer any questions, yada yada yada. So Quan invites her to D&D night.
D&D night.
You know, in Helmet's room.
And then they're all getting into character except for Saya's
like, I'm human.
Like, fine.
I'm tired. Right. I'm a tired human. But yeah, like Quan is like having his then like throughout the game he meets the Red Ogre and he's like, oh, I'm gonna charm the shit out of him.
That was great.
Yeah. I gave him that ring that he was looking for.
Just for frame of reference, like there's at least 4 pages of them in the D&D world as these characters that I just fucking absolutely loved.
You know, yeah, each one was in the character. Helmet was taking his job seriously as a
dungeon master.
Like, he was like by the book. He was like really like hard line. Like we're not crossing anything. We're gonna play by the book. Eventually, you know, the game like wraps up and like finishes. and they're basically
the Native American character.
Yeah,
because Helmet ends up killing him in the game.
Well, no, he's the magic relic.
Right,
like the magic turd.
Yeah, He's like, I'm not playing. He's like, oh, I just found it in the D&D like log or whatever.
Manual.
Yeah.
And like and basically he goes off like how I think his name like
first it starts with the whole thing about masculinity. Like, why is it that boys are so drawn to violence and guns? Yeah. Which is a valid discussion. But then then the Native American, I forget his name.
I can't even pronounce it. It's like Toshawi, or something like that.
But then he goes about how
he just wants to get revenge on like the sheriff that killed his uncle.
Right, because of the whole thing about how I think his line was, the white man lives in a cage and then he wants every other race to join him in the cage. It
was something like that. And like basically he was just saying like, the Second Amendment only applies to white people, and like you want like everyone else to fall in line.
Right.
So it's like his goal was like get out of the school to end up killing the sheriff that killed his uncle. And then Sai was basically talking about like, look,
you think revenge is this one thing, and it's totally
it's totally opposite. Like you
think it'll make you feel better,
but it's not like at the end of the day, like you're just gonna like want to like try to help the person.
Was it revenge is for sociopaths? Like,
yeah. And so like that kind of a little moment of silence, and then that's when like the guy in the cloak comes in, delivers this rat skeleton to Zenzel.
And Saya claims that she does not know what that means.
She's like, oh, I don't know what this means.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, come on, Saya.
So it's like, I mean, like, is it history repeating itself again?
It looks like it. Like it's pretty much she didn't say shit at the time.
Yeah. So I mean,
I think there's only so long that Saya can play both sides before she finally chooses before she goes to the dark side. Like.
But you think by now she'd learned the lesson.
No, right, exactly. That's the thing. Is that like now is it a thing of where she's like becoming like the Sith, where she's like totally just gonna lose herself in the darkness and not give a shit about anyone anymore ever.
I don't think so.
Or it's a thing of is this her chance to redeem herself?
Yeah, I think that's where it's going. She wants to do well. She has to do well in the school, otherwise like she's completely fucked. Yeah. And then now like
now her
brother's like is looking for her.
But not only her, he wants the sword.
Yeah, he wants to bring them back home because it was like their father's sword. Is it history repeating itself? We don't know. Right. It's no Brandy in this episode, considering like she
was the one like, I run shit now.
Fall in line, bitches. Yeah. Fall in formation. Next issue shows Helmet and Victor like facing off, which could be interesting, but you don't know. It could be like them actually like starting to like.
They could be friends.
Yeah. Like camaraderie.
Imagine that. Yeah.
So yeah, definitely check it out. It's 4 trades are out right now. This is only the 2nd issue in the new arc. So you have the choice of the 4 trades or 1 hardcover covering the first 3 trades. Definitely worth a read. We've been covering most of Rick Remender's books for like, this might as well be his show. Like, us like swooning over how great everything is. So yeah, send these guys the hate mail.
Please do.
Yeah.
We love hate mail.
If there's something you want us to review or like any points we missed in the episode, feel free to comment, like, share. See you guys next time.
Later.